We should have added subtitles, but we didn't want to because I don't want to give that language credence. Democrat Ohio Representative, I have to get the name right, Ismail Mohammed won his primary. This was on Tuesday, I believe. And the victory speech was exclusively, I know what you're saying, like maybe they did both. Nope, exclusively in Somali.
At least they have an American flag.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to look for the positive. It's hard to find.
We should have added subtitles, but we didn't want to because I don't want to give that language credence. Now, why? Well, we literally had to create leather necks on our fighting forces because of the decapitations of your pirates at sea. That's where it comes from. Did you know that? Go back and watch our video with David Barton. Let me ask you this. We talked about this yesterday. Where else on earth can you give a victory speech in a language that's not the actual language of that country? And I was talking with someone the other day about this. A lot of people don't realize we do not have an official language here in the United States. It's one of the very few countries where that is the case. Anytime someone suggests it, you're met with racism. That's what you're met with. Think of another country, maybe somewhere in Western Europe, but in Africa, in Asia, you let me know. If there's, maybe we'll have a clip. Someone can send it in through chat. If there's a clip of someone, I don't know, in Ghana giving it in the King's English.
Maybe Canada? You lived in Canada.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. The United States, it's basically the same. So Mohammed won the race against another Somalian. This name is Abdirazak Dini, I believe. So it narrowed it down. They were narrowed down to two Somalians.
Two Somali Democrats.
Two Somali Democrats. That being said, there was a bit of a scuffle between the two candidates over who won.
I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain. I'm the captain. I'm the captain now. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
I don't know which one to dislike.
That was their last debate.
I'm skeptical. I think you bring up some good points. I'm skeptical that it's two people. I think it's just the one guy ran as two people.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to win this race.
Like, wait a second. Wasn't that just you? He just has a Prince wig? No. My hair is straight. Look at his hair short. All right.
Do they have
clever pirate?
Do they have a neighborhood called Little Mogadishu in Ohio?
Good. Well, actually, so Columbus, Ohio has the second largest Somali population after Minneapolis.
Oh.
The second largest.
So that is Little Mogadishu.
Pretty much.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And this is
set them tire fires, baby. Light it up.
Well, it's just another example of the West completely kowtowing to Islam. And these two, remember when Ben Carson got in trouble, Dr. Ben Carson, where he said that I believe that Sharia law is, it can't be reconciled with the Constitution. They said that was racist. Well, think about that for a second. He's saying that laws that completely contradict our laws, for example, we have laws that say women have equal rights as it relates to driving, voting, not having the crap beaten out of them for whatever reason. And Sharia law says you can. We have a law that says you have the freedom to practice religion. Sharia law says conversion, dimitude, or death. And people said that was racist to a black man who was raised by a single mother in Detroit. That's where they are. This is the kowtowing to an ideology that would love nothing more than to completely destroy our constitutional republic. Let me give you a few other examples in Western Europe, or the Western world, I should say, civilization. In the UK, they're quite a bit further along the trail than we are. A man was actually shamed for eating lunch in front of Muslims during Ramadan. Here's a clip.
Look at this kuffar. Everybody's on Ramadan.
I know, I actually feel bad for eating.
And this guy's,
I'm going to have to put this away, ain't I?
this guy's stuffing his face. This guy he just sat here stuffing his face.
So what?
And then I love how it says in the caption, rather than criticizing or ridiculing another religion, let's seek to find common ground. But he's not allowed to eat?
No, fuck that, dude. They did this. They pulled this shit in Afghanistan too during Ramadan.
Yeah.
They told us we couldn't eat or drink in front of them. We couldn't drink water in front of them in the fucking desert.
Yes.
They're in the middle of the day. It's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
not that hot at that time. But
I don't know.
it's still pretty hot outside.
Yeah, it is hot. It's plenty hot. You certainly should drink water.
We said we don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Try something.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's. Hey, you know what we need to do? Set up that little whatever it is. What do you call that? I guess they're in cahoots. A posse. little Ramadan posse, set them up and have the broad from the plane go work with them.
I would love
Problem
that.
solved.
Yeah.
Oh, can you believe I have to shimmy onto the plane? Stop eating.
Nice 6-week plan for
There you go. Nice 6-week plan. It's called You Take a Bite. They're going to beat the hell out of you and place you in their harem and not use you. Right? You'll be last on the rotation in the harem.
The guy used to work there every day. He has to work there every day with these people who just like they surrounded him.
Yeah, they surround him. You're eating? Yes.
It's not just shaming too. That's like middle school bullying.
Yeah.
Let's get all the kids to go around this one fat kid, make fun of him until he does what we say because he has to. Otherwise, under fear of getting beat up or ridiculed. I'm already going on Facebook
No, it's
Live.
fun. It's fun. Remember when we were young? Hey, don't give in to peer pressure.
Yeah.
And it used to be, don't give in to peer pressure and smoke or drink because they were saying, of course, this is bad for your health. Don't give in to peer pressure. Now it's give in to peer pressure as it relates to insert whatever here. Insert whatever it is of the day. Give in to peer pressure and declare fat beautiful. Give in to peer pressure and declare all cultures equal. This is peer pressure. And this man is not doing anything wrong. Giving in to peer pressure would be malnourishing himself.
No, but these are the most sensitive people on the planet.
Yeah.
Like they're offended by him eating already. Can you imagine if they said all this stuff to him and he just looks up, doesn't say a word, and just keeps eating?
Oh my gosh.
They would take it as such disrespect.
Right.
Because they're such pussies. Like you can name yourself after the prophet, but you can't write him.
You can't portray him at all. Well, you can't portray human beings in Islam at all.
You can't eat during his holiday,
You can't actually create art that depicts the human form in Islam.
Oh, wow.
It's like, okay, go do that in your country. Go do that in your region of the world and keep it there. We have statues of people. It's okay. No, we eat lunch on our lunch break. It's okay. Remember when they used to say, this doesn't affect you? Oh, if you don't like gay marriage, don't get gay marriage. Well, here you are. Well, look, if you're not if you're not Muslim, then why do you care? Just be tolerant. Well, here you are. It does affect you. It's never enough. It's your lunch break. Do whatever you want. I just ask that you don't bring in hard-boiled eggs on a plane because I had to deal with that one time, and it was just...
And don't put your fish in the microwave. Come on.
No, don't put your fish in the microwave. Here are some other examples. There was a London train, right? Had some passages of the Quran there. And in New York City, there was a large Islamic prayer in Times Square. And I believe we actually have a clip.
Yes.
This was just sent to us. This is Ramadan in New York City. Now, I don't know how that plays into when I lived in New York, that if you see something, say something. But say something! What? Yes, sir, what did you see? I saw thousands of Muslims taking part in a call to prayer in Times Square. I don't know if you're familiar with Islam in New York City. I don't know if you're a history buff, but I think you should raise the code to at least orange.
Well, it's Islamophobic now to do that.
Yes.
You'll get in trouble for being hateful.
And I was raised in Montreal. Went to Centennial High School in Greenfield Park. Had a lot of Muslims there. We actually had rooms that were dedicated to the call to prayer. Every single one to the letter despised Jews. I'm going to tell you, this is where multiculturalism, it's not quite like the Islamic world, but you go from the United States where they're held accountable, meaning all people. We have certain laws of the land. That's why the left wants to do away with them. Then you go to, all right, Canada, where we allow different laws for different people and we don't really prosecute them. I'm telling you, I had a friend one time, he said, wait, you're not Jewish, are you? This was in the 9th grade. And then I said, yes, I am. Just to see what he would do. He's like, no, you're joking. I wouldn't talk with a Jew. And I was like, well,
oh, whoa.
You know what? I mean, I get where you're coming from, but that's still unacceptable here in the Western world.
So you don't want half my bagel?
Yeah.
Or what's the deal?
It was Ramadan, so we were fine.
Oh, right. It's the middle of the day. You know, that I got... It's not just that it's the call to prayer, the Islamic call to prayer. It's that, like, anybody that would take over... what Times Square?
Yeah.
Like if it was a Christian gathering and they're like, everybody needs to be quiet. Everyone needs to show some respect, even if you don't practice our religion.
Right.
Get out of Times Square. Don't make any noise. We're going to play Our God is an Awesome God for 10 minutes.
Like, this is enough.
Like, this sucks too. This sucks so much.
I don't care who it is. If it's Mormons, where are you going to put the bicycles? But I would just...
They're like cavalry. They stay on them.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like the world's most annoying flash mob. I don't know if they still do that.
Oh my God, that's worse too. That's worse than the Christians.
Yeah. Well, it could be a Christian flash mob. Hey,
Oh,
here's
great.
another.
White people dancing to The Weeknd. Awesome.
St. Paul, Minnesota. This was one too. An art history professor was fired after showing a 14th century depiction of Muhammad. Why should we care? It used to be, hey, I don't like that. I'm offended. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why? Because this is the United States, and this professor has the right to show art history. Leave. Leave. Can you guys just comment? It's one of those scenarios. Remember, it used to be where they would say when Tipper Gore, and there were some Christians saying, hey, we need a rating system, and we don't want our kids watching whatever it is. Let's say South Park, which, by the way, the creators of South Park said we don't think kids should be watching. That's why we're happy to be on later at night. But the mantra of the left was, if you don't like it, change the channel. Okay, how about if you don't like what the United States is, leave. Leave. At a certain point, leave. And I'm not just saying leave if you're a Democrat versus a Republican. I'm not saying leave if you maybe have a public school district that isn't doing a very good job. I'm saying if you demand that other people not eat because of your holiday, leave. How about that?
Watch Louder with Crowder live Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.